We should be up and running in the next 20 seconds or so. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to DuePoint. Good afternoon to everyone tuned in on our live stream, wherever you may be in our country. Introduce yourselves. Let us know where you are. Jane is on the live stream. You're welcome to ask questions. For my live studio audience, I ask you that you reserve your questions until we're done. I'm sure someone is hosting you, so you're very welcome to go speak to that person once we're finished here. Our intro presentation is typically about 35 minutes long, so it's a fairly short and sharp meeting that we get to have. Like my previous boss said, a short meeting is a good meeting. But I hope to give you enough information in this presentation that you're able to make an informed decision at the end of it. And it's less a presentation, it is more an invitation into partnering with our business. So we're at our head office here at DuePoint. We are a division of another company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. There's Constantia's logo. They are just up the road from us. And Constantia is a registered insurance company. We have been in operation since 1952, so nearly 70 years in operation. It's a brand that you're probably not familiar with because Constantia have never dealt with consumers, the public, in the past. Only for the first time now through DuePoint are we now speaking to members of the public. So traditionally we've always dealt with other financial businesses. But DuePoint opened its doors about 3.5 years ago. So in February 2016 we launched this business to the public and invited everyone to come join us in this business. And so I'm going to give you some context to the business because it's quite important. If you're going to consider partnering in the business, you certainly need to know what the aspirations of this business are, what our mission, what our vision is all about. And our vision is about creating social impact. It's about becoming a solution in this country, this wonderful country of ours. And we are inviting you to help us do that. And so what we've done is we've created a business that's very much centered around social entrepreneurship, which means this business opens its doors to community because that's the impact that we want to serve. And so we empower individuals to come into this business to empower themselves and build wealth for themselves. And so what we allow you to do in this business is to create a stake for yourself in this company. We call it a channel of distribution. How do you build a channel of distribution for yourself? It is simply by going out and connecting people to this business. That's the only thing we ask you to do. We need your help to spread the opportunity of this business to every single corner of South Africa, because then we are able to create and serve a greater social impact. That social impact that we want to create is one of financial impact. Right? We can't miss that point. That's because you're here. That's the reason why you're here, is because you're hoping this business can answer the financial risk that seem to be facing all of us at the moment. And so all you have to do is go out and connect people the same way you are connected to this business. If you're able to connect people successfully to DuePoint, then you're able to create a channel of distribution for yourself. And by creating a channel of distribution for yourself, you get to share in the wealth creation system and the benefits thereof. So I'm going to go through the benefits because it'll outline very succinctly what you are able to gain out of this business, right? And so make a decision. So number one, you get to create additional income. That goes without saying. The nature of the income is very important to understand because we create what we call recurring income. This is something that's inherent to insurance companies, right? I know many business opportunities bandy the term, come create passive income, annuity income, right? There are very few businesses in South Africa that create actual annuity income. Insurance companies are one of those businesses because we create a long-term, what we call a book, and that book value creates annuity income for us. We can close our doors today, we will still draw income for the next couple of years from the business, right? And you get to share in that benefit. It mitigates a lot of risk where we are constrained by activity to produce income. So employment is a prime example of that, right? Unless you are working your 8 hours a day for the month, you're not going to get your salary, right? If anything threatens your ability to be active, then your income, your livelihood is threatened. That comes in the form of not being able to find a job, getting retrenched, retirement, health issues, right? And so we mitigate a lot of risk just by being able to offer recurring income. You also get to harness the power of duplication, which is your opportunity to go and build a team around you that can help you build a channel much faster than you can on your own. And so your income can increase much faster than what you're used to, what we're used to in our current environment. And so you get to enjoy that benefit. We've spent a lot of money on technology because technology makes business a lot simpler. It makes it faster. It makes it better, to coin an old bank's catchphrase that they used to use. So I hope that you will lean into the technology that we've afforded everybody, because it allows you to build a channel of distribution anywhere in the country at any time of the day. Right? We have got many, many successful wealth engineers that do not even see people. They do everything online, and they're able to do that. It adds a lot of convenience to the business. And then our business is very much about wealth creation, but at the same time, what goes hand in hand with wealth creation always is wealth protection. You will see any individual who's able to build wealth will most certainly pay a lot of attention to protecting that wealth, and our business does the same thing. So you'll see that reflected in our products. It is also reflected in a service that we give all our wealth engineers for no cost at all, our legal access service, which gives you access to a lawyer 24 hours a day, 365 days a week. So it mitigates a lot of legal risk that you might find yourself in later in life. I'm not going to ask you if you've been to jail or not. I'm just saying you'll want to have a lawyer on call. It is a good benefit. Our business has been designed to be low risk, as I said at the outset. Our aspiration is to create social impact. We cannot create social impact if there is risk hanging over your head with regards to this opportunity. And so we've purposely designed this opportunity to have very low risk. And so there's no registration fees. There's no starter kits that you have to buy. There's no boxes of product in the foyer that you have to go home with. There is no large investment that you have to make in this business. We've designed the business to have very little risk involved so that you are at liberty to try this business, whether one, you know what you're doing or not, whether two, you succeed or not, right? I don't want you to have any fear in your heart when you have to consider this business. So you're free to try it, right? Because there's nothing to lose. At the same time, there's no qualifications or experience requirements. We have tried to make this business as accessible to everybody so that everyone has a chance of succeeding. And then for me, probably the most important benefit is the ability to build an asset that you have ownership over. Keyword, ownership. Like I said, you get to build a stake in this company for yourself. We look at typically what we get involved in. So I ran my own business for 15 years. That didn't create any annuity income. But we look at typically the investment that we make in other businesses, right? The companies that we work for, where we don't get to enjoy the upside of those businesses. When those businesses do well, the vast majority of its employees don't share in the upside. Their upside is you get to keep your job. Maybe you get promoted, maybe you get a raise, but you'd never get a dividend check. You don't have shares. You don't have anything to show for it once you're retired. Here at DuePoint, you have ownership. The channel of distribution that you build, you have legal tender over it. It means you can sell your channel of distribution for whatever reason. It means it'll never retrench you. It means it doesn't stop paying you when you get to retirement age. Right? I had a very scary conversation with a broker that's in our business. They had a big broker conference at the Discovery head office, and he was telling me they were sharing so many statistics that just painted an absolute dismal picture of investments for people depending on those investments when they get to retirement. And the statistics are getting worse. Right? You think about our economy, it hits us in both ways. Right? You are investing your money into investment products that are performing poorly and more poorly and more poorly. We've got less investment coming into the country, and so that exacerbates the problem. And so the brokers are left with no options for a lot of their clients. And so this is a business that you get to build something, own it, and earn an income out of it every single month that'll pay you beyond your 60s, beyond your 70s, into your 80s, your 90s. The day you die, that asset doesn't disappear. You get to seed that to your beneficiaries. Right? An actual asset that produces income every month, money that arrives in your bank account. You get to seed that asset to your children, your grandchildren. And so for me, that's probably the most important benefit. And then finally, there's absolutely no selling involved in this business. that is a good thing again, because you don't need to be a salesman. You don't have to have the gift of the gab. You don't have to be a social butterfly to do this business. Often the traits that we associate with businesses like this, anyone can do this business. All you have to do is connect people to our business, right? Not to convince them, just to connect them. Get them to put their bottoms on these chairs or in front of the stream for 35 minutes and let them make their own decision. And so we've made this business very convenient. Also, the fact that our products are intangible makes the business very convenient because we don't have boxes. There's no stock. There's no distribution that you have to worry about in this business. You don't have to bat an eyelid with regards to product in our business. We take care of that. We have systems that take care of it. But your success is very much dependent on you. You have to make the decision to become a wealth engineer, to become a product owner, to go out and connect people to the business. And if you go speak to people about DuePoint, if they sit in the front of this presentation, they will join. Statistically, there will be a portion of people that you speak to that will join this business, right? And so in the example, the illustration that I'm going to show you, here we've got a handful of people that have joined because of your efforts, 5. And they go out and start connecting other people because they've joined the business for the same reason you've joined the business, right? But there's always one lazy one. That one's still sitting on the couch today, hoping the economy will turn around. But this is what happens, right? And so those 4 people that decide to go out and tell other people about the business, they allow you to enjoy this power duplication because of your effort in connecting 4 people. This is what the result could be. This is the power duplication. This is the asset you own. Every single dot is a product owner that is affording you a return, money into your bank account every single month in recurring fashion. You can sell this. It doesn't retrench you. It'll never retire you. You get to seed it to your beneficiaries. So that is what a channel of distribution looks like, and that's what you're going to be building here at DuePoint. How we pay our wealth engineers every single month, it's in the form of what we call a DuePoint return. It's based on this 27 Rand 50 number for every product in your qualified channel. So when you start out, you're going to connect people onto your first point, right? Anyone you introduce to DuePoint personally falls on your first point. We call it your first point. On your first point, according to the table, you can see you actually earn double that 27 Rand 50. So you're earning 55 Rand for every product every month. Go connect 10 people this week, you'll be earning 550 Rand a month. Not once off, every month going forward. Those people go out and connect individuals to your second point. On your second point, again, you earn 55 Rand. And then as the product gets further away from you, that multiplier starts reducing. By point 8, you're still earning 4% of the 27 Rand 50 and beyond, right? That's why there's a little plus sign next to the 8, because we don't limit your channel size. In theory, you can build an infinitely sized channel. And so we don't limit how much money you can earn at DuePoint. You can come build as big a stake as you want in this business. And I hope that that allows you to think long-term in our business. We're always trying to motivate people to think long-term because wealth is only built in the long term. What can you do in 20 years in this business? If you have freedom to build as big a channel, introduce as many people as you want with no limitation to how much money we pay you in this business. And so I hope your imagination runs a little wild. People still want to understand, well, how much money can I earn in the short term? Because there's necessity for that, unfortunately. So we've painted a 5-year picture of what your journey could look like at DuePoint. This particular example is based on someone who's able to connect 2 new people onto their first point every single month. So every single month, you're going to connect 2 new people onto your first point. If you can do that, these are the kind of numbers that you can look forward to. After 6 months, you'll be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. As one of our wealth engineers, Philip, said, it starts out slowly, right? It starts out slowly because by month 12, you could be close to 9,000 Rand a month. And we'll look at Philip's numbers in a couple of slides' time. After 24 months, you could be close to 30,000 Rand a month. After 3 years in the business, 50,000 Rand a month. After 4 years, 70,000 Rand a month. After 5 years, 85,000 Rand a month in recurring income, all right, based on 2 people a month without interruption. I know we like to take November off, December off, and January off, right? Because this business is built on the power of duplication, you take 3 months off of the year, which is about 25% of the year, it affects your income dramatically after 5 years, right? And so never make that mistake of thinking, oh, I'll just take November and December and January off. So that is based on fairly moderate activity, but it is academic, right? This is a complex formula put together by actuaries that takes into consideration all the business aspects of some people building, other people don't pay their products, people fall away. That's the number we still get to. You might think it's unrealistic. I don't know. 85,000 Rand a month. Can you imagine earning R1 million a year from your side business? I don't know, right? And so we can throw this away and look at actual people doing the business, because that's fairly important. We want to see people doing this business. Here we've got Peter and Rena Kluti. They've been in the business from day one, 3.5 years. They took about a 2.5-year sabbatical at the beginning. They put a bit of effort in, and so they started earning fairly good money in their first year, and then Peter was the only one doing the business. Rena hadn't joined him yet. And so their earnings were in the first year pretty good. I think they're sitting at about 5,000 Rand a month, and then they disappeared. Their income dropped a little bit, but we paid them every single month nonetheless, while they did absolutely nothing. And then Peter got involved again at the beginning of this year. So from the beginning of this year, from February, I think he was on 1,000 Rand a month. He's now been able to increase that income to nearly 8,000 Rand a month. Rena got involved in the business as well. It's always great if you've got a husband and wife team. And you can see the personal work they've done. They've got 33 people they've introduced the business to personally. Those 33 have helped them find another 300 people in their channel, which spans over 11 points. Right, so their income is increasing every single month at the moment. Then we've got Philip, who I quoted earlier. He's been in the business 9 months. His channel value is sitting at over 20,000 a month. He does everything absolutely remotely. He lives on a farm in Knysna. He's actually just recently, this week, he's moved to Port Elizabeth. But since the beginning of the year, he's been on a farm not in Knysna, near George. So you know that's remote when you have to say, I'm near a little town. And so he's done everything through social media and WhatsApp and email and YouTube, all the platforms that we've afforded him in the business. And so he's had some wonderful progress this year. We're going to be posting up a full interview we did with him last week, so that'll be available for you to watch later today. We've got thousands of people joining the business every single month. Everybody is different. The system, however, is identical for everybody. The opportunity is identical for every single one. And so, again, you're at liberty to decide what you want out of this business. You get to decide that. Not me. I don't decide it. Brendan doesn't decide it. You decide it for yourself. And so there's this accountability, which can be refreshing and stressful at the same time, knowing that you actually have control over your income for once in your life. On top of the returns program, we have a rewards program, which rewards you when your channel size gets to certain milestones. So we call them ranks, right? Most of the ranks are cash checks, but there are a few notable ones that aren't cash checks. In the form of rank 5, you get a business toolkit valued at 1,200 Rand, made up of DuePoint merchandise, so that you actually look like you represent the business professionally. You can invest in merchandise from day one, by the way. We take that a step further at rank 7. We spend about 17,000 Rand on one set of business cards for you. Right? I come from a background of advertising. I ran an agency for 15 years of my life, the good years of my life. And I appreciate the value of creating a good first impression. Right? That's why I'm in a tie. I never thought I'd ever wear a tie in my life, but here I am. Why? Because I'm trying to create an impression of credibility. My job is actually to get you to trust me, to trust this business, so that you can make a decision about wanting to invest some time and a little bit of money into this business. Right? It's all about trust. When you go out and speak to people, a lot of them are going to be strangers. That first impression counts for everything. For everything. And so if you've got 17,000 Rand business cards, it makes a great first impression, because our competitors in the market, other people offering business opportunities, other people trying to get your time, other people trying to get your money, how do they match up against DuePoint? If you've got 17,000 Rand business cards, no one matches up to DuePoint. Right? Everything we do in this business is to show that we are head and shoulders above every opportunity in this country, if not globally. And so at rank 7, you get these wonderful business cards. At rank 9, we invite you to our international rank 9 conference, you and your family, Your kiddies get to come too. We fly business class always at DuePoint, and we get to spend 7 days away at a 5-star luxury resort. It's an all expenses paid trip. And when I say all expenses paid trip, the car comes to fetch you at your house, and you at liberty to forget your wallet at home, and you won't spend a cent until that car drops you off again after the week. And you get to experience what it really feels like to be wealthy. It might seem like a luxury, like a privilege. It's a lot more than a holiday, because what it does, and we hope this is what it does, is that it opens your eyes up, as well as your families, as well as your children's eyes, to the possibility of what's available out there in life. Because often we close to that, right? And you can go look up the psychological benefits of traveling abroad for children, which might amaze you if you actually go look that up and see what benefits there are for children. And so that's what we try to impose with our Rank 9 trip. It's not just a holiday. So we've documented our last 2 trips. Take a look. I want you to imagine yourselves there with your families. As with everyone, I invite you to take your shoes off and pretend you can feel the sand between your toes. I invite every single one of you to our Rank 9 trip. Right? You need 1,000 products in your qualified channel. The record's 5 months. You can do it in 5 months, you can do it in less, you can take 10 years to get there. We don't reset you. If you want to build slowly, you can build slowly. You'll eventually get there. Our Rank 9 trip is 30 days away. 30 days we're going to have our Rank 9s and above all stepping onto those flights. On our way to Mauritius again, wonderful destination, different resort. 2 ranks later, at rank 11, we spent R250,000 buying you a brand new car. Most importantly, a car that you will own, because we pay for that car cash. It gets placed in your name, and there's no finance on that car. In other words, there's no debit order coming off your account for the brand new car sitting in your garage. Oi, we got big hitters in the audience. I'm glad to tell you that this is the little car in the rewards program, because we're only at rank 11 and the rewards program has already been designed up to rank 28. And so if you're willing to go beyond rank 11, yes, there are some very expensive cars in this trip. And again, our aspiration is to make you wealthy. This business is about making families wealthy, sustainable wealth, not short-term wealth. But our business is very much built on the products that we have innovated. We've designed specifically for South Africans and for wealth engineers, and they align perfectly with our business model because our products have been designed with accessibility in mind. So in other words, they are priced so that the price is the same for everybody, regardless of your age and your health status. They are built with wealth creation in mind, and they are built with wealth protection in mind. They are not arbitrary products. Access Wealth is our first product. It's going to cost you 324 Rand a month. It gives you 2 products rolled into one. So we've got the investment portion, which is 100 Rand that gets invested into a tax-free investment fund in your name. You've got full access to that fund. And the insurance portion is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover that you enjoy. All our products are for over 18s only. And so with this product, the premium, the price is the same for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're 80, it doesn't matter whether you have a heart condition, it's priced the same for everyone. The same with Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is insurance only. It's going to cost you only 249 Rand a month. You get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover. Again, there's no medicals, we don't ask health-related questions upon claims. It is a very clean-cut, simple product, and the claims process is very simple and clean-cut, right? Then we have Family Wealth, which is our funeral cover product. This product starts at 299 Rand a month. It gives you 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, which covers up to 5 family members. You as the principal member also get 10,000 Rand, up to 10,000 Rand of debt protection. So we will cover any liability that you have upon death. You can increase this cover up to 30,000 Rand as well as up to 10 family members. You can see there's no excluded pre-existing conditions that we exclude. The age limit to get in on this product is 70, but once you're covered by Family Wealth, it becomes a whole of life product. In other words, you can live to 130, we will still cover you with this product, but you have to get in before the age of 70. And then we have Legal Guard, which is a fairly new product, which offers you legal indemnity for only 249 Rand a month. You get legal indemnity to the value of 250,000 Rand per matter, which is awesome. And you get a host of legal services offered to you. They will help you with contracts, agreements. They will go with you to CCMA matters. So there's a host of legal services and a host of legal risk that gets mitigated through this product. You can add family members to this product for only 25 Rand per month per family member. Then we have Wealth Points. Wealth Points is a lifestyle product. So this is actually not a financial product in the financial regulatory sense. It is a lifestyle product, but it has financial benefit. For 299 Rand a month, you get to enjoy the benefits and the discounts that we have negotiated with the list of businesses that you see there. So we have got a wonderful example of it. Zacchaeus, one of our long-standing wealth engineers, he lives in Bombela, and he's just bought a brand new car. He went to Eagle Ford, told Eagle Ford the Ford that he wanted to buy. They sourced the car for him. They gave him a 40,000 Rand discount, and they drove the car to Bombela to deliver it for him. That's Wealth Point summed up in one little story. The aim of this product is to lower your monthly expenditure, right? You think about the money you spend every single month. We've got data, we've got mobile, and we've got groceries with the first 2 companies there. And so we hope to lower the amount of money that you're spending every single month through this product. And so it becomes very much a lifestyle product. We've got updated training on all those products. Training is a very boring word, but go watch these videos because it will give you much greater sense of appreciation for the benefits that these products offer and the relevance of the products. So those are available through your app and on YouTube. The Achiever Quest is for those people that would like to earn more money now, sooner. You don't have to wait for your channel to build. Remember when we looked at that channel growth over 5 years, you would get to about 2,500 Rand after 6 months if you connected 2 people a month. Here you can earn 15,000 Rand on top of your return in your first month at DuePoint. You do it through the Achiever Quest. This is an incentive that runs every single month. You can take advantage of this quest every single month. And so, as it says, you need to connect 10 people. If you can connect 10 people successfully in a single month, you'll get 5,000 Rand. If you do 20, you get 10,000 Rand. If you're able to do 30 people in a single month, we will give you an extra 15,000 Rand. There have been many wealth engineers taking full advantage of this, and this also serves as a wonderful prospecting tool, because when you go speak to people, the necessity is in the short term, is it not? People don't want to hear about making money in the long term. They want money now, right? And so the incentive serves that purpose. A little bit of background on our business, just so that you understand the structure of DuePoint. As I said, my job is to get you to trust our business, right? And to take that little step of faith required to engage yourself in this business. So a little bit of background on our business. As I said, we're a division of Constantia, which is a registered insurance company. We've been around for nearly 70 years. There is a 70-year track record that you can go look at. Go to the Constantia site, go to the DuePoint website. Because we're a registered insurance company, we are regulated by a host of regulators, but the most important one is probably the financial regulator. There's the FSP number that we operate under. We've got a host of financial licenses. You can go to the FSCA website, type in Constantia, you'll see all our financial licenses come up. We are listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange, so we are part of a public company called Conduit Capital, which means we are audited publicly every single year. And because we're an insurance company and Brendan and myself are key individuals in this company, it means we have personal liability in this business, right? If we do anything wrong, if the financial regulator deems that we're doing anything wrong, I can go to jail for 5 years. I can get a personal 5 million Rand fine. I hope in telling you all of this that it starts to get rid of some of the skepticism that you might have, right? Skepticism is premised on, I'm not sure, I don't know. And so how do you fix skepticism? Educate yourself. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. And most especially if you decide you want to take advantage of this opportunity and partner with us, you now have the responsibility of connecting other people to this business. You better believe this business is trustworthy. How could you go connect people to a business that you're still skeptical about? Right? So go do your homework. Just go look at everything about the business, the people involved, the track record, the regulators. Be comfortable with this business so that you can look people in the eye and say, I've got an opportunity that you can actually depend on. So it's important for yourself as well as other people. The decision I hope you make is not one of whether you're joining or not. I'm beyond that. For the people that are interested in joining, those are the people I'm speaking to. The decision I want you to make, because joining doesn't mean anything actually. The decision I want you to make is an intentional one. How are you going to connect people? It's lovely being in Africa, isn't it? The birds. I've started getting into birding recently for the sake of my children, and they are not interested, but I've become hooked. I don't know what bird that is. What is that? I love it when they don't know how to turn it off. Better than a ringtone, I guess. And so that intentional decision that I want you to make is, how do I connect someone once I've joined? Think about it. How will you connect someone this afternoon, this evening, or tomorrow? What does that look like in your life? How do you make space for DuePoint in your life to connect people every single day? What are you going to do when you say speak to them? Right? Start figuring that out in your head. That is called intention. That is the decision I hope you make. Getting started, very simple. Register as a wealth engineer. The person hosting you can help you with that. It's a very simple process, 5 minutes. Download the DuePoint app onto your smartphone, because that becomes your primary business tool. Go watch our training videos. It's probably a 30-day learning curve. It's a shallow learning curve. Become an expert in this business. You go speak to anyone involved in business, anyone successful in entrepreneurship. They are sharp as a tack when it comes to the field that they operate in. If you want to be successful, become an expert at DuePoint. Know everything. Don't have to phone client service. Don't and ah. Don't say, let me get back to you. Find out everything there is. Like I said, it's 30 days. Go watch the videos. They're at your disposal. And then to start earning, because that's what we want to do ultimately, earn money, right? That's why you're here. It starts with 3 people. We don't pay for 1, we don't pay for 2. We only start paying you once you've connected 3 people who pay successfully in the same month. And so your first goal in this business is to get 3 people, right? Make sure that becomes your first goal. A short-term goal, not a long-term goal. Get them as quickly as possible. A reminder of our Cape Town encounter. Man, there seems to be so many people going to this Cape Town encounter. Brendan's going down. I feel bad because not as many people went to my encounter when I was in Cape Town last year. But it's wonderful. It's an awesome opportunity to build your channels in another province, right? Unless you're in the Western Cape. But an opportunity nonetheless, because you've got Brendan going down. He's going to be spending a few hours really entrenching belief about this business into people, motivating them and helping you get your channels up and running in the Western Cape. And it's going to cost you nothing. All you have to do is phone people and invite them. Some will say no, some will say yes. The ones that say yes, only half of them will arrive. It's just a numbers game, right? Make sure you invite as many people as possible because you can start earning money out of another province. We want you to be earning money out of every province in this business. So take full advantage of that. Social media platforms that we're available on. The app's available for Apple and Android devices, and then the merchandise store is available online. And I thank you for your time, coming out lunchtime, watching me over lunchtime. And for every audience I get to address, I always hope that you can find prosperity for yourselves this year, whether you decide to join DuePoint or not, because you're here, you're clearly looking for something. You have a necessity that you need to serve. I hope that you can find something this year. With DuePoint, you don't have to wait. You can start earning money very quickly in this business if you're willing to put in some effort. And that's what I wish for you, prosperity in 2019. I don't want to see you on Facebook moaning about 2019 on New Year's night when you've had 2 glasses of champagne hoping that 2020 is going to turn around for you. It's not. 2020 is going to be the same. The only control you have over is you. So put you into action and go connect some people to DuePoint. Help us build this business. Thank you.
Ja, dat is echt waar. Op het moment dat wij